Brian Draper and Tori Adamsick were two teenage boys that idolized the Columbine High School shooters and strived to achieve the same level of infamy as them throughout the nation. And in their plan to achieve this goal, they decided to befriend a teenage girl named Cassie Jo Stoddard and plotted for weeks on what they wanted to do to her. Days before they carried out their evil plan, they recorded themselves talking about what they wanted to do and also recorded Cassie Jo at school. And on the night of September 22nd, 2006, Cassie Jo would be home alone at a family friend's house where she would be watching the family's pets while they were on vacation for the weekend. Draper and Adamsick took advantage of the situation and broke into the house and fatally stabbed Stoddard over 30 times and recorded themselves after they did it.
There should be no law against killing people. I know it's a wrong thing, but hell, you restrict somebody from it, they're gonna want it more.
We found our victim, and sad as it may be, she's our friend. But you know what? We all have to make sacrifices. Our first victim is going to be Cassie Stoddard. She's gonna be alone in a big, dark house out in the middle of nowhere. How perfect can you get? I mean, like, holy dude.
I'm horny just thinking about it.
Hell yeah. It was 9:50, September 22nd, 2006. We know there's lots of doors. There's lots of places to hide. I locked the back doors, so it's all locked. Now we just gotta wait. I just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a f***ing joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just killed Cassie. That felt like nothing real. I mean, it went by so fast.
Fuck up, we gotta get our act straight.
Okay.
Ricky Rodriguez was a man that had a deep-rooted hatred for his mother that stemmed from his time as a child. Rodriguez claimed that his mother was evil and allowed him to be assaulted in many ways as a child by different men in her life. And the older Ricky got, the more he became disgusted with his mother, and he decided that he needed to torture and kill her as revenge. And before he committed the acts, he taped himself showing the weapons that he planned to use to torture and kill his own mother and her boyfriend Peter.
Goal is to bring down the sick Mama and Peter. My own mother. What an evil little God damn. How can you do that to kids? How can you do that to kids and sleep at night? I'm not trained in torture methods, which is what I'm gonna have to make do. I got my drill here. The reason why it's got this padding on it is just to try to silence it a bit because I'm in an apartment. I got gags, box, got a lot of duct tape. I got a soldering iron, heat. It's rather crude implements. I think can work wonders, especially if it's used in the right way. But I'm not trained. I don't know how to do this. I don't even want to do this. God damn. This is my weapon of choice. The K-bar fuckers are abused, they're beat on, used for everything. I only want it for one purpose, and that is taking out the scum, taking out the
Maury Travis was a sick and twisted serial killer that preyed on women and lured them back to his house. Travis had a sick fetish of secretly videotaping the women who had no idea they were in the house of a real-life monster and how bad things were gonna get for them. He taped hours worth of video of him performing intimate acts with the women, and then he videotaped them while he physically and psychologically tortured them in his homemade torture chamber. And after torturing his victims, he would eventually kill them and rewatch the tapes while he pleasured himself. Travis's reign of terror lasted from 2000 to 2002, and in the end he victimized up to 17 women.
Can't hear you what you're saying. Say it clear.
It pleases me to serve you.
Stop what?
To do everything else to please me, to serve you.
You sorry?
Yes.
You sorry about what? You want to say something to your kids?
Mama, sorry.
In Chicago, Illinois, a group of teenagers had lost their friend earlier in the year to gun violence at the hands of a member from a rival gang who was incarcerated. When the teens saw the cousin of the man who killed their friend, they decided to pull out their phones and record their attempt at revenge, which unfortunately left an innocent woman in the car deceased.
This right, wait, this right, wait, this right. Go straight, but I know where they live. Spalding? Right now. Spalding? Spalding? Look, the one right here. One, right here. Right here. Look this at it. Which one? That's right, left. We on business. Wait. Pause a little bit, people. That's them right there. Bus, folks. Yeah, MK. Folks, you hit him? Let's see. Go ahead. Folks, on left. Make a left. Yeah, MK.
Paul Bernardo and his wife Carla were two of Canada's most notorious serial killers. This evil duo was known for luring teenage girls back to their house where they would videotape themselves violating the girls in many different ways, 3 of whom had their life taken by the duo, and in the span of 2 years the couple victimized over 20 girls before they were finally apprehended in April of 1992.